All right, there's 2 hours before 27/18. How do you guys feel?
Okay. Are you videotaping? Jackson. Yeah.
This year has gone by so slow, yet in the blink of an eye at the same time.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New
So much has happened this year. It's hard to believe that in some ways I am the same person as I was on January 1st, 2018, as I am December 31st, 2018. In most ways, I am not. I'm a completely different person as I was before, yet still the same as I'll always be. For this year has taught me so much I'll never forget. The theme of this year was travel, and like the Toyota slogan, boy did I go places. The first trip I took this year was to the Bahamas for my dad's 50th birthday. It was also my first cruise, and a Disney cruise at that, the most luxurious of all boat travel. It was also significant in that it was my first vacation ever with a friend, Zoe, and that since it was a birthday present to my dad, we did a terrible job keeping it a secret. All in all though, it was really lots of fun to go somewhere exotic with friends and family. We got to sleep on a boat, go to Nassau, pet dolphins, go to a private island, scuba dive, and eat all the seafood and ice cream, and have as much late night sleepovers as we wanted. It truly was a dream vacation. Thank you, Mom. The next stop, Houston. Unlike the other trips on this list that were pre-planned since 2017 or earlier, this one was more spontaneous, and it was all because of robotics. I have to admit, since most of my forced vacations are for softball, it was nice to go somewhere for a different reason this time. Just who would have thought it would have been for a robotics team called the Bucketheads? I'm really going to miss those 2 years I spent with those losers, from camping to cave diving to winning all those championships with them and our innovative smart shower. They really gave more meaning to my life than being just a softball player. And I'm really going to miss that. At least I'll always remember the biggest world festival of nerds. Now, drum roll please for the moment we've all been waiting for. The biggest trip of the year, Europe. I've been looking forward to Europe ever since 7th grade. And let me tell you, it did not disappoint. As expected, Europe was the most eye-opening experience I've ever had in my entire life. I ate food I never thought I'd eat, meet cultures I never thought I'd meet, do things I never thought I'd do, and see the world I never knew existed. I ate tapas in Barcelona, played soccer in Madrid, rode a bullet train to the mountains, visited the cathedrals and castles, jumped off a Roman sculpture into a river, went shopping in Paris, saw the Eiffel Tower, visited a Nazi concentration camp, scaled the hills of Heidelberg, and celebrated my 14th birthday in Munich, Germany. I saw the world with my best friend, and even my aunt who surprised me. But most of all, I became not just a tourist, but a traveler. The rest of the summer was pretty normal after Europe. And by normal, I mean still an absolute blast. I went to STEM camp with Lily, an academic showcase tournament in Chicago with my dad, Amelia Island with my mom, and Los Angeles for PGF. I love California so much. It was a great way to end summer, seeing Malibu, downtown LA, Beverly Hills, Hollywood, and Santa Monica. The summer of 2018 was definitely the best summer ever. And I definitely traveled a lot this year. From the Bahamas, Houston, Madrid, Barcelona, Paris, Spain, France, and Germany, Amelia Island, Chicago, Los Angeles, Daytona Beach, Orlando. It was definitely a high-flying summer. Too bad it ended. 2018 was the start of many things, like friendships and interests. But it was also the end. It marked the end of middle school, the Bolts, some friendships, and mostly the last moments of my truly innocent childhood. But it was the start of high school, and let me tell you, it didn't start out that great. For starters, I didn't make varsity. None of my middle school friends were in my classes. My softball performance kept getting worse and worse, and to top it all off, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning and repeat the same crap day after day. Now don't get me wrong, it wasn't all bad. I was way more social now than I was before, and it was fun to go to parties, football games, and even homecoming. The rest of it just sucked. They say high school is supposed to be like the best 4 years of your life. I don't see it. It's like I finally understand why so many movies are about the teenage high schooler's life, why there are so many teen suicides, why life is so dang depressing. I finally figured out why they call it fall. 'Cause after summer, it seemed like my whole life was starting to fall. And I was just helplessly watching, waiting for me to eventually hit the bottom. And so now, it's winter. Christmas was just 2 days ago, and I'm still feeling sick from my allergic reaction that I had to God knows what. That is all over my face. So, rip my face. Anyway, Christmas was just 2 days ago, and now I'm looking forward to the new year. In 2017, I knew that 2018 was going to be a year that I never want to forget. And now in 2018, I know that 2019 is going to be a year that I'll try my best not to remember. I already know that 2019 is going to suck for me. Perhaps because there's nothing to look forward to. But, you know what? It's going to be my project year. You see, each year I make New Year's resolutions for myself that I never quite live up to. See, each year for a resolution, I write be a leader, and each year I fail miserably. This year, I'm going to be different. This year, my New Year's resolution is not to lead others, but to lead myself. This year feels like I've lost myself as quickly as I thought I found her. I know for a fact that if the girl I was yesterday knew the girl I am today, she wouldn't be proud of what I become. I was so caught up in having fun that I hadn't improved. That ends now. My goal for 2019 is to look back at 2018 and be proud of how far I've come. No more excuses. No more trying to lead others. It's time for me to lead myself to success. It's time for me to have a real conversation with myself about who I am, what I want, and what I'm willing to do to get it. It's time for me to finally figure out this whole softball thing and finally get it right. It's time for me to make a change.